Wouldn't have used my whole family on the first part of Scrappy and Chaotic TV. You came to my mama's house at my daughter's birthday party where Erica and my mama, everybody liked to watch. You came over there with all your little cameras and stuff like that. And we made it, we said, this is our first episode. This for our first episode. Not only he do that, he kept everywhere I was at. He right there filming me, doing all this shit, because he had to use me to get it up there. That's why it's up there now, because I was there. I was present. Now, when it came to my kids, I can't be there for you, homie. I can't be there when you making plans because you ain't got no kids. You ain't got no kids. So you gonna goddamn go and do whatever you gotta do, up, jumping, and running in the morning.
Just when everyone thought Lil Scrappy was finally getting back on his feet, a shocking health emergency changed everything. For weeks, fans had been following updates about his recovery and believed he was making steady progress. Reports suggested that his condition was improving, and his activity on social media gave supporters hope that he was fighting through the difficult period and moving toward a full recovery. However, behind the scenes, the situation was far more serious than many people realized. While some positive signs had been shared publicly, those closest to him remained worried. Friends and family noticed that his health was still fragile, and unfortunately...
Here's the thing, anybody can make a police report. I can go do a police report now and say, I seen bruises or seen some shit, you know what I'm saying, on the money. It's a police report. But what you need to post is the paperwork from the whole investigation, because I went through everything, because I ain't got nothing to hide. My kids are well taken care of.
Their concerns appear to have been justified. Late last night, a medical emergency sent shockwaves through those around him. According to reports, paramedics rushed Lil Scrappy to the intensive care unit after he suffered a sudden and severe health crisis. The details remain unclear, but sources close to the situation describe the incident as unexpected and extremely serious. Family members were left devastated, while fans across the country anxiously waited for news about his condition. Witnesses described a dramatic scene as emergency vehicles arrived with flashing lights cutting through the night. Scrappy was reportedly placed on a stretcher and quickly taken for urgent medical treatment. People who were present said it was immediately obvious that this was more than simple fatigue.
Co-parenting right now? This ain't got nothing to do with co-parenting. Our kids ain't here. This is
definitely co-parenting.
This is not co-parenting.
This is definitely co-parenting. We both just talked to our kids.
We did, but this is not co-parenting. This is coexisting. This is co-working.
We not even working right now.
We off the clock, but we still at work.
I'm not at work. I ain't doing shit.
I'm at work because we can't leave and go nowhere, because if we leave and go somewhere, we fired. So we're at work.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we at work. You right. Nigga, you right.
I know. Shit. We is on the clock. Okay, they got all the employees standing there.
Fatigue or stress. Something much more serious had happened. Reports indicate that the incident occurred at a private residence where Scrappy had been spending time with close friends and relatives. He was reportedly trying to focus on his recovery and take things one day at a time. Earlier that day, he had mentioned feeling unusually weak and tired. Although those around him were concerned, no one expected the situation to become so critical. As the evening went on, his condition suddenly worsened. According to insiders, he lost consciousness without warning, causing panic among everyone present. Family members immediately called emergency services, describing the situation as life-threatening. Paramedics arrived quickly and began providing emergency treatment.
Nobody go on YouTube or no social media, not no man anyway. As soon as they get into a confrontation, it was a confrontation. It was a confrontation. And I know Bam told me, I know Smiles told me not to come on here, told me to go on my YouTube page, but I'm gonna put the real shit on my YouTube page tonight. But the thing in the morning, however we do that shit. But on another note, bro, like, you had to be the one to come out. I want to knock it out. I just want to f it out. Cause you've been doing too much, what they call it, dirty macking. You know what I'm saying? Even on the TV shows, every time you get a chance, you saying something negative about it. You know what I'm saying? And I always try to keep it, like me and my buddy, we make plenty of money. Like, we ain't got to do all that. I try to keep it solid with you.
Before transporting him to a nearby hospital for further care. What has made the situation even more frightening is the uncertainty surrounding his condition. Medical professionals are reportedly working around the clock to stabilize him, but there is still no clear explanation for why his health declined so rapidly. Doctors continue to run tests and monitor his condition closely, hopping to identify the cause of the sudden collapse. The lack of answers has been especially difficult for his loved ones. Every passing hour has brought more anxiety as they wait for information about what comes next. The fear of the unknown has made an already painful situation even harder to handle. One of the most emotional moments reportedly came when Mama D arrived at the hospital. According to those present, she was overwhelmed by what she saw. Her son, known for his energy and strong personality, was lying in a hospital bed surrounded by medical equipment and monitoring devices. Seeing him in such a vulnerable condition was heartbreaking. Witnesses say Mama D immediately demanded answers from hospital staff.
More money than me.
Okay. Now I'm okay. Boss women, that's how they do you. That's how they do you. They some kind of way.
He make more money than me.
Desperate to understand what was happening, she questioned doctors about his condition and asked what steps were being taken to help him recover. Medical professionals tried to reassure her that every possible measure was being taken, but the uncertainty surrounding the situation left her frustrated and emotional. As emotions ran high, another familiar face reportedly arrived at the hospital, Bambi, Scrappy's estranged wife. Her arrival added another layer of tension to an already stressful night. Sources say Bambi appeared visibly shaken when she entered the hospital. She looked exhausted and emotional, clearly affected by the news. However, shortly after arriving, she found herself in a difficult and emotional confrontation with Mama D. The atmosphere in the waiting area quickly became tense. Both women were dealing with fear, worry, and uncertainty, and those emotions soon surfaced in a heated exchange. Mama D reportedly questioned Bambi's presence, expressing frustration over their complicated history and the challenges that had existed within the family. Bambi, however, insisted that she still cared deeply about Scrappy despite their separation. She explained that she had continued to think about him, pray for him, and hope for his recovery. The thought of losing him was painful, and she wanted to be there during one of the most difficult moments of his life. As emotions intensified, family members attempted to calm the situation and encourage everyone to focus on what truly mattered, Scrappy's health. Both women were clearly hurting, and their shared concern for him was at the center of the conflict. Then, just as tensions were reaching a breaking point, a doctor entered the room with an update that immediately changed the mood. According to reports, the doctor's expression revealed that the news was serious. The room grew silent as everyone waited to hear what he had to say. After a brief pause, he explained that Scrappy's condition remained critical. His oxygen levels had reportedly dropped, and his heart was showing signs of instability. Medical teams were continuing treatment, but the situation remained unpredictable. The update left everyone stunned. Mama D reportedly struggled to accept what she was hearing. Like any mother, she wanted reassurance that her son would be okay. She urged the doctors to continue fighting for him and pleaded for positive news. The doctor calmly explained that the medical team was doing everything possible. Specialists were monitoring Scrappy closely and providing intensive care, but his body was not responding as expected. While they remained committed to helping him, they could not guarantee what would happen next. As the night continued, family members remained by his side, hoping for signs of improvement. Fans also flooded social media with prayers, messages of support, and well wishes. Everyone shared the same hope, that Lil Scrappy would overcome this latest challenge and make a full recovery. For now, loved ones continue to wait, holding on to hope while doctors work tirelessly to stabilize his condition and search for answers. Bambi could no longer hold back her emotions. The weight of everything happening finally became too much for her to bear. Tears streamed down her face as she buried her head in her hands and cried uncontrollably. The reality of the situation hit her harder than ever before. This was not a minor health issue or another temporary setback. Scrappy was fighting for his life, and no one could guarantee that he would survive. The hospital waiting area fell silent as family members tried to process the devastating update from the doctors. Fear hung heavily in the air. Every person in that room knew they were facing one of the most difficult moments imaginable. Then, without warning, the sound of an alarm echoed through the ICU. The sharp noise instantly grabbed everyone's attention. Doctors and nurses rushed past the family members and sprinted toward Scrappy's room. Their expressions were serious and their movements were urgent. Something had gone terribly wrong. Inside the ICU, medical staff worked frantically around the clock. The monitors that had been tracking Scrappy's condition suddenly changed. Instead of displaying a steady heartbeat, they produced a long, continuous tone that no family ever wants to hear. A nurse immediately called for assistance. "We need help in here right now." Within seconds, additional medical staff entered the room. Emergency equipment was brought in as the team prepared to do everything possible to save him. The atmosphere was tense. Every second mattered. A doctor quickly positioned the defibrillator paddles against Scrappy's chest. Clear. The room stepped back as electricity surged through his body. Everyone waited. Nothing happened. The monitor remained unchanged. Outside the room, Bambi stood frozen in fear. Her hands covered her mouth as tears continued to fall. She could barely believe what she was witnessing. Mama D, who had spent years protecting and supporting her son, was overwhelmed by the heartbreaking scene. The strong woman many people knew suddenly collapsed to her knees. She clutched her chest as tears rolled down her face. "No, no, no, not my baby," she cried. Her pain filled the hallway. The medical team refused to give up. Another shock was delivered. Still no response. Then another attempt. Doctors and nurses continued working with determination, refusing to stop fighting for him. "Come on."